we have our third match of week 3. The Rowdy Ribombees on Bug type and the Latino Latios on Psychic type. Now, if I'm the Rowdy Ribombees, I will sacrifice basically anything to stop a lead of like Deoxys attack and Tapu Lele. This is like it just so much. It just does so much damage so quickly. Expanding Force is just a ridiculous amount of damage. It blocks priority moves. So what I would try to lead to stop that is Illumise, because you can Prankster Tailwind. And Prankster Tailwind still works because it doesn't target an enemy with the Psychic terrain. So that's fine. And like something like probably like Mega Scizor, because it's just the best mon you have to stop Expanding Force, because like it resists it. You just need speed control as fast as possible. And then it also depends how you train the Mega Scizor, because if you don't give it a lot of speed, then Mega Deoxys attack still may be faster. After Tailwind. I would actually also be pretty happy with something like Illumise, Tailwind, and then you can do like Volcarona Struggle Bug, and that does two things. It like is a red move, so it can stop like, I don't think any of these mons get follow me, but like it can like block some the redirection. If that, I don't think it's on his team, but it brings the Tapu, the Deoxys attack to the Sash, and it also decreases its damage output because it decreases special attack. So I really hope this Volcarona has like Struggle Bug. I would lead Illumise Volcarona Struggle Bug. And if I'm Latino Latios, I'm going full offense, and just because if the lead just goes wrong for Rowdy Ribombees, this game like could snowball very, very quickly, and just make them deal with it. And you have so many uber powerful threats that I don't mind like having one go wrong and badly. Let's see how this goes. Okay, so I got the lead. This is what I thought the most predictable for Latino Latios this is just the do as much damage as humanly possible as quickly as possible. I do like the Mega Scizor for lead. It's actually one of the few months I can deal with Expanding Force. And Volcarona is not bad too. It's got high special bulk, so it can actually maybe take an expanding superpower boosted, not super, like a boosted Expanding Force. So this lead works too. Gotta be careful though, because your speed control is still not there. So like Volcarona also gets Tailwind, so that can also be a thing. But this could work. This can very much work for the Rowdy Ribombees, because the Scizor can take it, the Volcarona can probably take it, and you can maybe get this Deoxys down like 1 or maybe 2 turns. You're a little afraid of like the Deoxys protecting, but I would still double target it anyways, because it protects that turn and you just get it next turn. And like I don't mind like taking 1 attack from this Tapu Lele, or just for that security. Let's see what ends up happening here. Okay, so this is not what I expected at all, truthfully. The Rage Powder actually ended up working pretty well because it did protect the Mega Scizor from a Fire Punch. I don't think it would have killed the Scizor despite being quad super effective, because Mega Scizor is so much more bulky than normal Scizor. But it does give Mega Scizor just a free opportunity to whatever it wants. In this case, it was Sword Stance. And Sword Stance is like, I'm not a big fan of Sword Stancing here, because you need to get this Deoxys down as quickly as possible. And if you have a Steel type stab, you already threaten the Tapu Lele, and literally anything will get the Deoxys down to Sash, assuming that it is Sash, but I can't imagine it being any other item. But another thing that could have happened here is that if the Flame Parody procced here, that would have done 2 things. One, would have decreased the damage output of the physical moves that this Deoxys is running, which we know is at least Fire Punch. But 2, the burn would have done chip damage to get rid of Sash, so that could have been really huge if that Sash procced. But Rowdy Ribombees has got a Sword Stanced Scizor out there, and that's completely healthy, which is very, very nice. So this mon can start sweeping through teams if he can keep it alive, but keeping alive is going to be pretty difficult. Another rage powder. Oh, no. Oh no, he forgot. No. Yeah. This play makes a lot more sense with the information of Rowdy Ribombee's forgetting that priority moves that our targeted opponents don't work in Psychic Terrain, because of Swords Dance boosted Billiard Plunge would have just destroyed the Tackle Layla. It would have one shot. But that's part of the reason why I wanted Illumise to be the lead, so you can get speed control, because priority moves don't work. So now he just takes so many boosted moves here. This Eye Shotguns, and there goes the Volcarona, and this turn just ended up being nothing for productive for the Rowdy Ribombees. Speaking of, here comes Ribombee. Ribombee is pretty frail, which worries me about, like, a Psychic Terrain boosted Expanding Force. And this Scissor just is just slower than both of these mons, almost guaranteed. So this is a very dicey spot. I would love speed control here. Something like if it's like Sash, the Rowdy Ribombees can like maybe squeeze in a Stun Sword to get some speed control back, or like get Tailwind up. I think this thing gets Tailwind, but hopefully he can get some speed control, because that's what he needs to win. And oh my gosh, the Expanding Force is O-Code. No. Oh my gosh, Deoxys is such a messed up mon. And yeah, unfortunately, Knockoff does not work in the way that you would think it would. Like, you still get the Focus Sash Brock, which is very unfortunate for the Rowdy Ribombees here, because, you know, obviously that would have O-Code otherwise. But man, you're so far behind now. I'm starting to think this Illumise doesn't have Tailwind, which is really unfortunate here. If I'm the Latino Latios, I just keep on clicking my strongest attacks every turn. I'm up 6-3 right now, so I don't mind like having one mon dying here. So like I'm okay with trading here since you're so far ahead. And if this Illumise does have Tailwind, I would still want to set that up as soon as possible. You know, Tailwind, and then like send in like Garvantula maybe. I guess there's really not much. It's just really bad here. Okay, here comes the Illumise. Okay, the Toxic into the Protect. That's really unfortunate. And Illumise doesn't have great damage output, so I like the idea of having Toxic on this mon a lot, actually. It's just that, man, you need these mons to die as quickly as possible, and it's just like, this Deoxys is just still gets another attack, which one-shots the Illumise. Alright, at least you got the Deoxys attack down, but the damage has already been done here. This Iron Boulder is faster than both of these mons, probably, and the rock type attack, it just goes through Protect, so the Frost Moth just gets O-Code because it's quad weak to it. And then that just leaves the Garvantula to be there for like a 5v1. So if the game doesn't end this turn, it probably ends next turn. Yeah, the Mighty Cleave with the O-Co. Infestation. Yeah, that's just... Yeah, and that's why this team is so scary for Latinos Latios. This team is so scary. If you just lead wrong, you can just like lose on the spot. And that was, yeah. This is why leads are so important, and it's why speed control is so important. And you know, these games are gonna happen, man. You get one thing wrong in the hyper offense, it just sometimes just over. This was a good learning thing to learn. Unfortunately, you have to learn it the hard way. It's just like, sometimes you do just have to go all in and stopping one thing in a league like this, where you just have so much synergy with mons, where just like you're not going to cover for literally anything else. You just kind of have to go for it, and that's also kind of the reason why, like, despite Bug being super effective against Psychic, it's not even that positive of a matchup type-wise, because they're with the team that Rowdy Ribombee is running, he's only got one mon that resists, which is his Psychic, which is the Scissor, which he was able to keep safe for at least a little bit, but just the Bullet Punch was just so unfortunate, man. And yeah, that's gonna be it for this match. That was 5 turns. Gosh, this team is so scary. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.